Rory, there was a pretty great photo of you in the middle of the huddle from Sunday. Have you come down from that moment yet?
It still feels pretty surreal, but I've seen that photo of myself and Rolly Knight, and it's a moment that I'll cherish forever. Yeah, it was a great moment.
What was your debut experience like? I mean, coming into the Showdown, I don't think anyone really experiences much like that.
Yeah, well, I had a while to take it all in. I was on the bench for about a quarter and a half as a sub, so I had a bit of time to calm myself. So it was still pretty. I wasn't overwhelmed as such, but I still was sitting on the bench pinching myself a bit, like I could come on at any stage here. I'm actually here to play. So once I got out there and got my first touch, it was, yeah, great experience.
You were pretty close to sort of breaking through, it seemed, late last year and then early this year, and you got injured. What was the sort of feedback at that point, you know, when you were sort of on the cusp of senior selection but just couldn't quite crack it?
Well, last year I was in good form at the end of the season, but I probably wasn't quite knocking down the door. So in our end of year review, the coaching staff said, look, you were close, you've come a long way, but it's about time you had a big pre-season. And unfortunately I got injured and saw me coming back about 2 months ago and played some good footy and really put my hand up to get picked and saw me playing on the weekend. So it's just probably a bit more consistent form and playing a bit better this year, yeah.
So that was the main thing, just sort of consistency of performance?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are there any of the senior players that have been mentoring you a bit?
I'm very close with Richard Douglas and Tom Lynch. I do a lot of watch a lot of vision with them, and they help me with my game. But off field, I live with Josh Jenkins, and he helps me with all that kind of stuff, like keeping calm and getting my mind off footy and all that kind of stuff. So he's been a really big influence as well.
What have been some of the best bits of advice those guys have given you?
Not to think about footy all the time. I tend to be a bit of a stress head sometimes. Yeah.
What do you do with Jake to get your mind off footy?
He's got a little dog, AJ, the husky, so we go down to the dog park every once in a while and shoot some hoops of basketball and all that kind of stuff, so yeah.
You remember your first touch?
Yeah, I remember just got a little handball to Matt Wright in the defensive 50, so I reckon I'll remember that one for a while.
Was that just a matter of saying, right, I've got a piece of it now and now I can just relax and go
yeah,
and play?
There it is, let's tick that one off and let's get going, yeah, so it was a relief.
Do you feel set like it? Never played in the first game, so you feel settled now, like that you've played in the first game? What sort of, does it change anything now?
I feel like that coming in and playing my first game in such a heated atmosphere as a Showdown is, and considering the circumstances of the past fortnight and what's happened, if I'm to play again, I mean, it won't be as heated unless it's a finals type game. So I think it'll hold me in good stead if I'm to play again, just with the intensity of what's to come. Yeah.
How's Rory Sloan travelling out on the track? We saw him wearing the helmet this morning.
Yeah, well, he's out training, and I'm not too sure what his progress is. I think it's in the Medico's hands, so I think he's just going on their advice at the moment. Yeah.
Is he thinking of wearing the helmet in the game? Do you
I
know?
think that's why it's. I think that's a possibility. I think that's why he's testing it out there on the track. Yeah.
How much do you feel like you've matured as a person over the last couple of years? Because there's obviously a few some disciplinary issues really early on in your career, but you feel like you've matured a hell of a lot since then.
Yeah, well, I feel like I have. I mean, I was still an 18-year-old kid coming out of high school when I first got here, so I think moving away from home and going through what's happened at the club, and they've helped me grow up as a person, and yeah, I'm where I'm today, which I'm happy with. It's good.
And where did the nickname Rat come from?
Well, I got it in my first week here actually, because on our lockers we've got our first name and last name, and it says R. Atkins. So the coach then said Rat, and everyone said, what's to go there? And well, on his locker it says Ratkin, so it's kind of got to stick when the senior coach starts calling you that. Yeah. Yeah.
There's been a lot of speculation about Dangerfield's future. How does he handle it internally?
Pat handles himself great. I mean, we haven't seen anything different, and with his performance, it's been how it should be. He's been great, yeah.
And obviously hopeful that he'll stay at the Crows?
Yeah, it'd be great. He's a great player, great asset, so it'd be great to have him.
You mentioned that time on the bench, quarter and a half, say, to, I suppose, come to grips with it all. Did that make it easier or harder? I suppose most people pace slow?
Well, I didn't mind because I haven't had the experience of starting on the ground, so it was my first game, so I can't really compare it to starting on, so I didn't mind it, yeah.
Last couple of guys, was momentous swing for the club? Obviously, one of the young players, it's been difficult for everyone, but to beat rivals in such an emotion-packed game, does it really, I guess, put the focus back on playing finals?
Yeah, that's right. That was a real crucial win for the season, and put us in a good spot. We're currently in the 8, and it really galvanised the group. So, looking forward now, it's all about the result, and yeah, that's kind of just all we're thinking about at the moment, taking it week by week and just trying to finish off the season as best as we can. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thanks.
Good stuff, mate.
Thanks for having me.